So everybody got the email from me with the agenda and the minutes in the morning on Wednesday.
Right.
I know, and I ran off the agenda, I just didn't read the minutes.
Oh, well.
Okay, well, I just read them. I can make a motion that we accept them as written. Anybody have
And
any?
I can second. I just read them.
Okay,
All right, all those in favor?
aye.
All right, all those opposed? Nobody, good. All right, so we will accept the minutes.
You want to pledge allegiance, Jerry?
Okay.
Okay, now I'll turn it so we can see the flag.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, and
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Since we have a flag hanging there.
All right, any comments from any of the commission members at this point?
Jerry asked for any comments. Jerry's asking.
You know what? I have things to say, but I'll put them under the correct section in the agenda. All right. The public isn't here.
There's nobody in the public now.
No.
No. So she doesn't want to make comments? Is that the comment?
Yeah, no, the comment is I'm gonna make them under the appropriate section of the agenda.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. All right, so no other comments? We have no public comments?
No.
Nope, there's nobody here.
Okay, Dr. Ryan, is he there?
He is not here.
Oh, I hope everything's okay. All right. Austin, you want to give us a senior center update?
Sure. So last week we started dining at round tables with no limit to the amount of people at each table. So we were given permission by our health director to do that, and people were extremely happy to be able to sit at round tables close together so they can interact and socialize while having lunch. So that was a big hit with the seniors in the dining room, and hopefully just a sign of things to come where, you know, we'll be able to relax some of the COVID policies. But we'll still, you know, we'll wait for guidance from our health director before doing any other changes. But so far so good. No real issues with people wearing masks. We continue to remind folks as they come in, if they don't have them, we have them that we can give them, and just remind them to wear them throughout their time here every day, as well as on the bus. As far as some, you know, just cool activities and programs that we're doing in the rest of this month and in November, some new things. So we had our flu clinic on Tuesday. I haven't gotten back a full count of how many people attended, but I got mine at 1 o'clock and they were up to 65 by that point.
Wow, good.
So I assume it was close to 80, which is typical of what we get every year. So we did it from 11 to 2. So in 3 hours, probably about 80 people, which was good. We are taking a trip. There's a museum. So trips have started and we're doing bus trips now. So there's a museum in West Haven, the Veterans Museum.
Oh,
that we're going to do a trip to. We're offering a trip to Lyman Orchards. Great place to be in the fall. So that'll be towards the end of this month. We're offering AAA defensive driving courses, which are free. So those are October 21st and December 2nd. They're standalone classes. So you go to one from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and you register here at the senior center. It's free. So that's important. We have, as we have for the past few years, are participating in the Chamber of Commerce Scarecrow Contest. So this year we partnered with our fellow teammates over at Beach and Rec, and Ellie and Carrie, as well as a couple of seniors, put together our display. So you can see it right outside of the post office if you drive downtown. So as you're turning onto Wall Street, right on your left by the post office there, you'll see our display.
Great.
Any other questions about senior center operations or anything?
On a typical day, what is the census in the building, would you say?
So I could get you a real number. Heather, if you took a guess, what do you think?
It depends on the day. I don't know. I mean, anywhere between 50. You think 50 is high? I think 50. And it really depends on the day. It's hard to.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Between the lunch and the exercise classes and the card games and the lectures and the different things.
So
So,
if I look at the numbers for just today, for example, and this is if everyone is logged in, which that I can't promise you, was 52 today. If we go to yesterday, it was 55.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
If we go to last week, so 160 different people last week.
Wow, good.
Is the method of logging in or checking in or whatever, how is that working? You know, that nobody goes to the desk, they just go to where they're going. Am I correct?
So they go to the desk. Everyone's coming in. There's not a huge log jam of people at the desk. So Ari, who is our receptionist, reminds folks to check in, and then they swipe their card at the kiosk, choose what they're here to do, and then proceed on their way to the location of their activity.
Austin, what?
And people are pretty good.
Okay, it's
Do you
not
have enough
confusing
masks,
to anyone.
Austin?
Okay.
Plenty
Austin,
of masks. Yes.
Is
Exchange Club donated. Was it Exchange or Rotary? Apologize for not remembering who did it, but a local organization donated 500, and we have some from the heart of the pandemic too that we have. Yes, Lori, you had a question?
I was just wondering what is, how many you can have for lunch? Is there a capacity?
So right now so 25 is the number.
25.
We're limiting it to 20 just because we're short one staff member. And we're, trying to hire somebody. It's just
Mhm.
not happening as quickly as we would hope that it would happen. Similar to other, businesses are struggling to hire. At Beach and Rec, we're hiring for facility monitors and getting really no response at all.
Mhm.
So when we can fill the spot, then we can open it up to more people.
Mhm.
When you said they swiped the card,
The cook,
Um,
the food prep staff, is that fully staffed?
Well, we're waiting on one. We have one open position there. That's why we're not fully open to like our 40 that we normally had. It's the server kitchen help person we're still short one.
Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds like you're moving in the right direction greatly. That's wonderful.
Wendy, you had a question?
yeah, as far as you said, they swiped their card. Now, my husband and I joined and we didn't get a card. Do we go in and pick up the card when we go, or what card are we?
You can,
swiping?
yeah. The first time you come, we'll give you one.
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. All right. Good to know.
All right, good. Any other updates, Austin?
No, I think we can move on.
Okay, so affordable housing, Heather, you want to give us a little update?
So Wendy has officially been appointed to the committee. Our next meeting is on Friday, the 22nd at 8:30 in the morning. The survey that was sent out to you all, and as well as town residents and town employees, the date of that has been extended until October 30th. So if you haven't done the survey yet, please consider doing that. So far there's been, or as of October 12th, there was a total of 3,055 responses across all of the towns that are included in the Scrub catchment area. Madison had 939 responses. Huge number. The other towns were in the low, like 20, 30 responses. So spread out across. And I can give you a breakdown. Some of the towns had a couple of hundred. We're working on planning a workshop or info session sometime in November or early December. And that'll be held, they're planning on doing it at night. So an invitation for that will go out to all of you. And, you know, we're encouraging folks to spread that wide for more participants. So, and if you have not forwarded out the survey, please consider forwarding it out to all of your contacts, because the more responses, the better.
Oh, good to know.
I spoke with Sarah Mervine. Is that how you say her name?
I think it's Mervine.
Mervine, okay. Anyway, we spoke last evening, and she filled me in on everything so far. And she's very enthusiastic and a really positive person. It'll be nice to work with her. I'm planning on attending the first meeting, although it is 2 days after I have my face, that surgery that I have to have on my face. So you might just be seeing, you might not see me. I might be like Jerry is at the moment. I'll be there. I told Sarah, I said, I hate to do this, my very first meeting. I don't know that you'd want to see me that day. So I don't want to scare anybody. So I will, it will just be me without the video, probably, to go to that meeting. Okay. And anyway, so I'm looking forward to doing it. She talked a lot about the educational forum, and we talked about how people in town, it's kind of amazing the number of people that responded in Madison as opposed to some of the towns. There was one town that had 4 responses.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have a lot of interest in town to find out about it, I think. I filled out the survey yesterday, and I found it difficult to answer personally. There was
Where can we find the survey now?
online. It's on the website. So
The Madison website.
yeah, the Madison Town website. Yeah. And
Just keep in mind, the survey was not created by the committee. It
No,
was
that's
created
right.
by Scrog. So
right.
their plan is to do a second survey more,
So people have a
Your
chance to
personality.
write things and really really ask their questions and give their opinions. So I think, Sarah explained that to me in detail, how the survey by the consultant was like, this is the third time, the third do-over, and it's still. So anyway, so that was good. So it'll be fun, and I'll be happy to work with Heather, of course. Okay. Okay. That's all I
Why
have
did you
to
find
say.
it difficult to fill out?
Excuse me?
Why did you find it difficult to fill out?
Well, it would say like, how many, they want to know how many do we feel like we have enough apartments to rent? Do we feel like we have enough condominiums? What would you think? And then each type of housing, I honestly, off the top of my head, don't know how many we have of those things, and what do you think the impact would be? A lot of, on people moving in? Well, would it be a positive impact or a negative impact, on families moving into town? Well, I know, having been a school teacher for almost 25 years, that I know that when you get certain families move into town, it really raises the budget, which then raises the taxes. But I don't want to put down that that's a negative thing, because you want people to be able to move in. So I think it's pretty tricky to fill it out the way it is. And that's why when Heather's saying, you know, they're gonna redo it so that we can get more actual questions, real questions, and then real opinions. I think that's necessary for something like this. So,
I think so too. It's the
yeah.
problem with surveys like that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to come up with a survey, and the towns that are included in it are very different from each other. The makeup of the towns, besides, even though we're in the same region, they're very different towns. I mean, Madison and Guilford, you can, you know, lump together, but maybe not West Haven with them, you know? So I'm just using that as an example. So anyway, that's it. That's my thoughts on it.
Good, thank you. All right, Heather, anything else on that?
No, all set for today.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Austin, you want to do, or does Wendy and Lori want to give a little update on the anniversary?
Sure, I think we all can throw our 2 cents into that. So Heather and I met with Lori and Wendy a couple weeks ago
I was
to
there.
discuss. Wendy was really there. She really was. To talk about a plan and programming. And so we decided on doing a 10 raffles for the 10-year anniversary. So Lori and Wendy have been going downtown, asking local business owners to contribute raffle prizes, and I'll let them talk to how successful they've been with that.
Well, Lori was fabulous. She did a wonderful job of, you know, of introducing us and explaining what it was all about. And then I would hand the letter. And we did get, how many gifts did we get that day? 4 or something, actual 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Go ahead, Lori, you want to say anything? And then I'll tell what happened today.
Well, I think we did get about 5, and then a few people said they'd get back to us, and then you recontacted them. I just have to say one funny thing, though. We went to one store, which I won't even tell what store it was, but the woman was very enthusiastic and said, "Oh, I love the senior center. I love Wendy Oberg." And I said,
I'm standing
this is Wendy Oberg.
So I
Put her on the list of prizes.
I put it down, I said, hi. It was really funny. That was really, I think she was embarrassed. But anyway.
But she didn't give us anything that
No,
day
she
either,
didn't.
Wendy.
No, they have-
No, it's
No.
hard. It's hard. The stores get hit so hard on the constant donate. I almost feel guilty when I hear that once again, we're going to that well to get something. COVID's
For a
been
good
hard.
cause.
I don't feel that
Good
good.
cause, but there's a lot of good causes in town and they all go to the stores.
But you know what? This is Madison Senior Center. This is such a local.
I'm just putting in my 2 cents worth.
No, I agree with you, Chris. And this, many of them said is the same thing. Well, we get lots of requests, you know, but people were supposed to call back, and I gave everybody a week, and not one phone call came back, you know, that said, "Oh, we'll call you. I'll give it to
Never
you."
leave the store empty-handed, Wendy.
Yeah. So they didn't call me, so I then called them and went day before yesterday, not yesterday. What day did I go? What day is today? Thursday. Anyway, I went again yesterday, I guess it was. And there was one person, so then several of them, because I had called the day before, they had gifts all ready for me. I went in and I picked them up. It was so nice, really friendly. Then I got a phone call from one of the stores today that said, well, you know, you said we had until November 9th. She was offended, I think, that I called again, looking for it. And then she said, well, I need a receipt. Do you have a receipt for me? And I said, oh, well, you have the letter that we gave you. And she says, no, I know, I have the letter, but I want a tax receipt. so I can take it on
She
my,
was having a rough day.
and I said,
We can write her a
Okay.
letter.
pardon me?
When offline, you could tell me who it was and we could write her a letter.
Yeah, she needs it. She definitely needs it. And I said to her, well, we haven't given
On
anybody
YouTube.
else one. And she said, okay, fine. But then, I said, I don't know, you told me I had until November 9th. And I said, well, we had to come up with 10 gifts. So we just want to make sure we have enough. She goes, yeah, I have to hang up now. I have people in the store. And she hung up on me. So I feel kind of bad about that, but not that bad. So,
We'll
I'll
get it.
back and get it.
We'll just, yeah, you can tell me offline. We'll get her a letter.
Yeah,
No
because
problem.
I have to, in order to get this gift, I'm gonna have to hand her the letter. So, yeah, you
Okay.
can't, what?
Wendy, is this a very valuable gift? What's the value?
I have
Just,
no idea.
a
I have
quick-
no idea
quick-
what it is. The store is a
Just a-
lot of high
Just
prices.
a reminder that this is recorded and such, so.
That's why we're not naming any names. But we've been given very nice gifts, and people have been everybody was so generous and so friendly and welcoming. This was just kind of it pushed the wrong buttons when I called her back, when I called and then came in, she didn't like that. So, but that's okay.
But
I
do we
know.
have 10 now, Wendy?
No, we are short one. And I think that one of the stores does it on a schedule because they get inundated with requests. And I feel for sure we'll get something from the one that does it on a schedule. So I'm pretty sure we're all set. I have everything at my house. I won't use it all before, coffee, the cups and, but I will bring it to you guys at the senior center so that you can look through. I don't even know. Some of them just handed me the bags all, decorated and nicely packaged, and I don't even know what's in them. I didn't
Say
ask.
thank
Great.
you.
Mm.
Yeah, I just said, thank you so much.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do.
What, Jerry? I
Yep,
didn't
so
hear.
we're gonna do, he asked how the raffle will work.
Oh, you can explain that, Austin. Yeah.
So as part of our My Senior Center, the registration program, we can run a raffle through that, and we could run it for anyone. So anyone who's signed in during the first 2 weeks of November. So if you've checked in, you've swiped your card, participated, you'll be entered into the raffle. And then when we pull the raffle, the My Senior Center spins its own raffle and lets us know who the winner is. So we'll do it that way. So it'll be we're not choosing. It's completely on the up and up who's winning the raffle
Yeah.
prizes.
And so what time are you going to do it? Like when? At lunchtime? When are you going to do it, Austin?
Yeah. So what did we say? We do one a day for 10 days. Is that what we said we would do? Yeah.
I think
So
so.
every day at lunch we'll do it, and then if the person's not in attendance that day, then we'll contact them and yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I better go
And
get
then
my
we are
card.
doing a ribbon cutting, ceremonial ribbon cutting on the 4th at 3 o'clock. So if anyone's available, we'd love to have you. It'll be very quick. We invited the Board of Selectmen, Board of Finance, you guys, to participate in that. So, we'll get together, a little photo op. I'm gonna get the scissors from the chamber, and the big giant wooden scissors we use. We'll cut a ribbon, take a picture. We'll submit that picture to the newspapers. So that'll kind of kick off the month on the 4th. And then we'll do some exciting things during the month, some random, some of the ideas were just cupcakes for everybody in attendance on a particular day. So not advertising it, just whoever's here gets a cupcake, and we'll do some other decorating and items throughout the month to make it as special as we can to celebrate the 10-year anniversary.
Austin, is there any consideration, or is it possible to invite I don't know how many are around, but on the original building committee that are listed on the wall there?
Sure, we could do that. Yep.
That's a good
I don't
idea.
know who's left.
Well, I'm still here.
It would be nice if we had some of the people that were involved at that point.
That
Yep,
wonderful.
I'll take care of that.
Okay, good. Sounds good. Any other comments regarding that?
Can I just say, Austin, I'm very grateful to be invited, but, so for the record, I would love to come, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to, because I have another conflict. But if it gives me any saving grace, the reason I can't come is because I'm taking one of your clients to New Haven for a doctor appointment. So hopefully you'll excuse me.
Oh,
Okay, that's a saving grace.
Thanks,
that's
Justin.
really nice. Yes.
If that's I have a good excuse, but thank you for the invite.
I
If it
appreciate
changes, I'll
that.
definitely come. If it changes, I'll definitely come, but thank you.
Okay, thank you, Austin, for your hard work with that, and Lori and Wendy as well. Okay, new business. I just have questions about we've had a couple of resignations. What is the process then to get those positions filled?
So they know, so Lauren in the select woman's office has given the openings to the respected Republican town committees or Democratic town committees. I looked at the list today. It looks like we have 3 openings.
What are they?
We have 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, and then we have Sherry was an undecided, so I don't know who she replaced.
We have the.
I don't know which is open for that. But so if we look at the openings, we have 1 that expires in January. That's the Republican opening. The Democrat opening expires January 2023. And the one that was an undecided expires January 2023. Chris and Dr. Karen's, your expire on January 2022. So if you want to re-up, I think you just need to contact Lauren and tell her that you do want to continue.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, contact who?
Lauren Rhines in the selectman's office.
Okay,
And then you'll have to be sworn in sometime that first week of January.
thank you.
and we can, if we know of somebody that might be interested and qualified, we can,
Yes, so you can, if you have someone, you could send them to, if they're Republican, to the Republicans, Democrat to the Democrats, and then they will take it from there.
okay, sounds good. All right, any other new business? Is that a no, Austin?
There was silence, so no. Yep.
All right, okay. All right, can I have nothing else? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, all those in favor, aye, all right. Great job,
Okay.
Austin, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the 4th if you're available to come.
Oh, right.
All right.
Where-
Oh, somebody in
where-
touch to figure out this thing.
It's gonna be
I'll figure it out.
here.
Sure, yep.
Yeah.